go.
This is a dramatic reading from Book 17 of Homer's epic poem, The Odyssey. In this section, Odysseus and Eumaeus bump into Melanthius, who insults them. Odysseus drew around his shoulders his ratty pouch, full of holes and slung by a twisted cord. Eumaeus gave him a staff that suited him, and the two of them set out. The dogs and the herdmen stayed behind to guard the farmstead. And so the swineherd led his master to the city, looking like an old, broken-down beggar, and leaning on a staff, dressed in miserable rags. They were well along the rugged path and near to the city when they came to a spring where the townspeople got their water. This beautiful fountain had been made by Ithacus and Neritus and Polyster. A grove of poplars encircled it, and the cold water flowed from the rock above, on top of which was built an altar to the nymphs, where all wayfarers were made offerings. There Melanthius, son of Dolius, met them as they were driving his she-goats, the best in the herd, into for the town's suitors' dinner. Two herdsmen trailed along behind them. When he saw Eumaeus and his companion, he greeted them with language so ugly it made Odysseus' blood boil to hear it. Well, look at this. Trash dragging along trash. Birds of a feather as usual. Where are you taking this walking pile of shit? You miserable hog-tanger. This diseased beggar will slobber all over our feasts. How many doorsteps has he rubbed with his shoulders begging for scrapes? You think he's ever got a proper present, a cauldron or a sword? Ha! Give him to me and I'll have him sweep out the pens and carry loads of shoot for the goats to eat. Put some muscle on his thigh by drinking whey. I'll bet he's never done a hard day's work in his life. No, he prefers to beg his way through town for stuff to feed his bottomless belly. I'll tell you this, though, you can count on it. If he comes to the palace of godlike Odysseus, he'll be pelted with footstools aimed at his head. If he's lucky, they'll only splinter his ribs. And as he passed, Odysseus the fool kicked him on the hip, trying to shove him off the path. Odysseus absorbed the blow without even quivering, only stood there and tried to decide whether to jump the man and knock him dead with his staff, or lift him by the ears and smash his head into the ground. In the end, he controlled himself and just took it. But the swineherd looked the man in the eye and told him off, and lifted his hands in prayer. Nymphs of the springs, daughter of Zeus, if Odysseus ever honored you by burning thigh bones of lambs and kids wrapped in rich fat, grant me this prayer. May my master come back, may some guide him back. Then he will scatter all that puffery of yours, all the airs you put on strutting around town while bad herdsmen destroy all the flocks. Melanthius, the goatherd, came back with this. Listen to the dog talk, with his big bad notions. I'm going to take him off in a black ship someday far away from Ithaca and sell him for a fortune. You want my prayer? May Apollo with his silver bow strike Telemachus dead today in the halls, or may the suitors kill him, as surely as Odysseus is lost for some good faraway land.